Hey guys, Erik here. Welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about making good quality decisions today. So it goes without saying that making choices is hard, especially if we're talking about choices which have a little bit of a bigger impact on your life. And I think in particular there are two types of problems which one can run into when making choices. You either do not think things through enough, and hence you get some undesired, unforeseen side effects, outcomes, or you are caught up in this analysis paralysis, meaning that you just don't make up your mind and the opportunity will be gone. About a year ago, I was in a place where I had to make kind of a major choice in my life. I needed to choose where I'm going to do my master's degree. I applied to 3 different universities, got accepted into all of them, and then had to choose one and only one of them. And I admit that was not at all easy. And in fact, I was waiting kind of to the very last moment because I was constantly going back and forth, thinking, okay, maybe academically speaking, that one is maybe a little bit of a higher quality, but the other one is in a better location. Maybe it's easier and more affordable to live in here. Maybe the diploma in here would be more valuable. And yeah, lots of things to consider. And if you have so many variables in play, it can really be hard to make up your mind and be confident that you made the best choice which you could given the data you had. And for this reason, I'm so glad that there are tools and frameworks out there which can guide you through that process. And in particular, I want to introduce you today to the 8 benefits framework. That's a tool coming out of Tibetan Buddhism, which is useful when you have multiple options which you need to evaluate and pick the best one from the set of options you have. Just as I had these 3 universities, whatever choices you have, the 8 benefits framework will help you to evaluate them and pick the one which is most suitable for you. So, as the name implies, the 8 benefits framework consists of 8 questions, or you can say 4 pairs of questions. So the first pair of questions you want to ask is that choice beneficial to my mind? And is that choice beneficial to my body? So for example, in my case with the university, if I pick that university, which maybe has a little bit higher expectations, will I be able to manage that level of stress? Or kind of body-wise, if I'm going to move to that town, what's the air pollution level there? How will my stay there influence my physical health? Again, stress-wise, if it's super stressful, will I find enough time to take care of my health? Will I get enough time to sleep and exercise and so on? So yeah, benefit to your mind, benefit to your body. You've got to evaluate both. Now the second pair of questions goes like this. Is it good for me? And is it good for everybody? So maybe in my case, okay, if I go abroad to study somewhere else, how will this influence my life? But also, how will it influence the life of the people I'm connected to? Do I have any obligations for my family, which I can't fulfill if I'm away? Who will take over the positions I'm holding in various nonprofits? What will this mean to my friendships? So yeah, me and others, and the effect on both. Now the third set of questions you want to ask is it beneficial for now? And is it beneficial for the future? So in my university example, how will my 2-year study period in this university work out? Versus how will the education I get there and the diploma I get there influence my future career? Maybe one place is more challenging for the short term, but I guess get a better education. Maybe the other place is slightly easier, maybe it's more fun to be there, maybe it's more affordable, but will that education really be that useful in the long term? And the final pair of questions is it good here versus is it good everywhere? Maybe the specific education I'm going to pick up in here is very much to do with a specific physical location. Maybe it's a field of study which is only relevant for some small part of the earth versus something which is generally applicable to the whole globe. Maybe the language of the studies means that I only pick up the terminology and the social connections in a small group, and they are not so applicable worldwide. Or maybe it's the other way around. So these are the 8 questions which you should ask for all of your options. And then, yeah, if you like tables like I do, you can maybe make a big table, put your options into the rows, and then you put the 8 questions into the columns. And yeah, you start assigning numbers, maybe put some words there, whatever works for you. And once you have worked yourself through that exercise, you have really laid out all the information you need to be confident that you now make the best choice which you can, given the evidence, given the data which you possess at that moment of time. Now, when you start to pick the best of those options, one thing I want to highlight is that you really want to go with something which scores positively in each of these 8 areas. And here's why. Maybe you find something which seems to be like super good for yourself and maybe not so good for others. And in the first look, maybe it seems kind of a reasonable choice. But there's an important Buddhist principle known as the dual benefit, which states that if something is genuinely good for you, it has to be good for others. And if something is genuinely good for others, it will also benefit you. Simple example, if you brush your teeth in the morning, primarily you benefit yourself, but also others will appreciate the fact that your breath doesn't smell. Or if you learn how to take better care of your emotions, again, primarily you benefit yourself because your life will be just easier, you will have less turbulence, but also others will appreciate the fact that you don't yell at them as much as you used to. Or if you genuinely help one of your good friends, primarily you benefit them, but now also you get to live in the company of just happier and more functional people. So if it seems to be that one of your options is scoring very poor in one of these 8 areas, chances are that there are also hidden bad consequences relating to the other fields. If something is not really good for everybody else, maybe you are dropping your responsibilities for your family or in some organization, it's likely that bad consequences for yourself will also follow. So yeah, really try to pick something which scores highly in all of these 8 areas. And in this case, I think you have really made the best choice possible for you. Yeah, so that's all from me for today. I would be very happy to hear from you down in the comments how that tool helped you, how that worked for you when you were evaluating your next big choice. And also, please down in the comments, let me know what kind of content would you like to see next. What tools, frameworks, techniques are you interested in learning? And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Take care and see you in the next video.